Hello everyone. At present, GIFT Nifty is indicating massive gap up like 350 to 400 points. Here, this could be due to two major reasons. One, potential India-US trade deal news, and two, record-breaking Diwali sales data. All this we are going to discuss in this pre-market report video for today, 23rd October 2025 for the Indian stock market in terms of Nifty and Bank Nifty. First, let me explain what happened to GIFT Nifty in the last 2 days because it's been quite a roller coaster. On Monday night, US market closed very positive. All three major indices increased above 1% due to the strong performance in US regional banks and due to strong demand for latest iPhone, Apple increased near 4%, which in turn on Tuesday morning made GIFT Nifty to trade above 26,000 mark. But during Muhurat trading on Tuesday afternoon, GIFT Nifty dropped back to 25,900 level. However, yesterday Wednesday, GIFT Nifty again increased closer to 26,350 mark. But last night US market closed negative, which we will discuss in a moment, which in turn made the GIFT Nifty to trim some gains. So early morning today, GIFT Nifty traded at 26,295 mark, hence equating that with the spot market. For now, it's still indicating gap up opening of 350 to 400 points, which is really surreal to me as last Thursday I bought Infosys and Reliance November month call options. So I genuinely hope it materializes today in our market. Anyway, that aside, now coming to the reasons for this massive gap up. First reason, potential India-US trade deal. Not many websites like Money Control or Economic Times are not talking about this, which is a bit odd. But the Mint website reported that from their known sources, India is nearing a deal with US, which in turn expects to slash US tariffs on Indian imports to 15 to 16% from the present level 50%. Earlier the deal was stalled because of the issues around India's energy and agriculture related disagreement. Now, as per that report, it seems India is agreeing to open the agriculture sector. This is what Mint mentioned. As part of the negotiations, India may allow increased imports of non-genetically modified US corn and soy meal into Indian market and reducing the oil import from Russia kind of. All which I don't like it, but I hope those in power know what they are doing. And in a way, it was confirmed by US President Trump in the White House Diwali function. He said he spoke to Indian Prime Minister Modi on Tuesday, and the talk was largely focusing on trade. And Modi assured him that India would limit its oil purchases from Russia. Then our Prime Minister Modi also tweeted that thank you, President Trump, for your phone call and warm Diwali greetings and so on. Hence, it seems definitely there must be some development related to India-US trade negotiations. And the important part, Mint website also mentioned that India-US bilateral trade agreement is likely to be announced at the Asian Summit this month, which is 26th to 28th October 2025, this coming weekend. Please note there is no official announcement yet, but if this materializes, it's a huge positive for Indian exports and overall sentiment. Regarding my view, I don't think America will sign a deal with India before China, since then China will demand for the same deal as India. And also, I don't think US will give 15 to 16% trade deal to India. I think they will opt for 20 to 25% at least. See, the present US problem is China is growing and they don't want China to overtake them. Similarly, in future, they don't want India to overtake either. Hence, I highly doubt India will get any favorable deal. Anyway, that's my view. That's not important. Market is believing India to get the deal. Let's hope for the best. Second reason, record Diwali sales. According to the Confederation of All India Traders, Diwali sales for the present year reached a record high value 5.4 lakh crore rupees, which is 25% higher compared to last year's 4.25 lakh crore rupees. In addition, there was 65,000 crore rupees from services, which is really a good news for the stock market, particularly for consumption stocks. Here, the report mentioned that 72% of traders directly linked this higher sales volumes to the reduction in GST rates as a reason. More importantly, 87% of consumers preferred India made goods over imported ones, leading to a sharp fall in demand from Chinese products. Again, the report also highlighted that Diwali related trade activity created 5 million temporary jobs. So, this is really good data. This confirms that consumption demand is back strongly, which is very positive for FMCG, retail, auto, and overall economy. So I believe these two macro as a reason for the gift nifty gap up opening indication. Now, despite these strong domestic positives, last night US market closed negative. Again, there was an escalation in trade war between US and China as Trump administration made the threat again that they are going to stop US software export to China. This news added further doubt on whether the much anticipated meeting between Trump and Xi Jinping in South Korea would take place later this month. Hence, last night all three index Dow Jones, S&P 500 and Nasdaq fell between 0.6 to 0.9%. In case of VIX, it increased by 4% to 18.50. Then about oil, US Treasury Secretary Bessent said that they are going to place more US sanctions on Russia, which increased the oil price significantly, like about 3%. At the time of this video, Brent crude trading around 64.5 US dollars per barrel and WTI crude trading at 60 US dollars per barrel. Now regarding Indian ADR, as it is all closed positive last night, like around 2% up. However, I'm going to show the difference between last Friday closing to last night's closing as we had two trading holidays on Tuesday and Wednesday. If required, please pause and have a look at the table. Infosys ADR was up 7.16% and arbitrage showing positive 6% difference. This is very strong. One reason could be that Infosys promoters opted out of their recent 18,000 crore rupees buyback announcement. I mean, generally promoters opt out only if they have confidence in the company's future growth. So I guess hence market took that as positive. Reliance GDR was up 3% and arbitrage also showing positive 3% difference. And Wipro and HDFC Bank case both showing the arbitrage positive 2 to 2.5% difference. Whereas in ICICI Bank ADR, the difference was negative 3.49% since on Monday in Indian market, ICICI Bank dropped about 2%. Hence, arbitrage still showing positive 2% difference. So overall, most of the stocks showing very strong positive arbitrage. As a summary, domestically, this potential India-US trade deal and the record Diwali sales both very positive, and hence I guess Indian ADR and GIFT Nifty is indicating massive gap up opening. So domestically okay, but the global momentum is weak as US market closed negative due to US-China trade tensions resurfacing. Hence, it might cap the Indian market positive run. Moving on about institution, in the cash market on Monday, both FII and DII were net buyers. FII net bought for 800 crore rupees and DII net bought for 2,500 crore rupees. Whereas on Tuesday, during Muhurat trading, FII net bought for 100 crore rupees, but DI turned as net sellers, they net sold for 600 crore rupees. So, FII has been net buyers for 5th straight session now, which is also very positive. Then, as per stock open interest, ICICI Bank, RBL Bank, Obra Realty, Titan, IndusInd Bank, UPL, SRF, and Wipro are some of the 79 stocks that got an increase in open interest along with a negative close, indicating the short build-up. On the other hand, Nuvama, Suzlon, Colgate Palmolive, Laurus Lab, Bajaj Finserv, Cipla, and HFCL are some of the 52 stocks that got an increase in open interest with a positive price close, which means these stocks got the long build-up. About the things to look out, earnings-wise, Hindustan Unilever, Laurus Labs, Colgate Palmolive are scheduled to release their results. So, FMCG sector will be on major focus today. Then, macro-wise in the morning, UK September month consumer inflation is due, and in the night for US, existing home sales data and weekly jobless claims are the important things we need to keep an eye out today. So, that's all in this video. Hope you got some useful information. Please consider subscribing the channel and liking the video so that it will help me beat the YouTube algorithm and also motivate me to do more. Please don't make any investigation based on this as I'm not a SEBI registered advisor. I'm doing this for me and viewers education purpose only. Thanks for watching.